Prost, I'm the gnarly gnome. This is an experiment. Never had this beer before. I actually know very little about this beer. When you first read kind of the style description, it sounds goofy. And then when you kind of dig into it a little bit, it starts to all of a sudden make sense. Let's just get to it. So this is from Bircus. I have complete faith in what these guys are doing, so I'm not afraid that this beer is going to suck. There are times, not on this show yet, but there are times where I will open up a beer on some kind of show or some kind of public forum, and I'm terrified that the beer is going to suck because normally I just won't show it to you if the beer sucks. But when you're kind of stuck out there in a public way, if the beer sucks, that would be really tough. I know this one's not going to suck. This is called Juggleoats. Insane Clown Posse. You can kind of see with the artwork what they're going for here. If you are an ICP fan, if you're a Juggalo, is that right? Or if you're just familiar with them, they've got kind of some of that idea going with this. It's an Oatmeal IPA, okay? That doesn't make any sense when you first read it. You're used to oatmeal stouts, you're used to IPAs, but Oatmeal IPA is very kind of strange. But keep in mind that with this new world of New England IPAs and milkshake IPAs and things like that, using oats in an IPA is not actually as crazy as it sounds like it is. So it kind of makes sense. Description: Juggleoats Oatmeal India Pale Ale. This unique IPA's grain bill uses over 30% flaked oats, creating a creamy, smooth drinking ale. A blend of 4 hop varieties, bring a pleasant and well-balanced bitterness to this unique hazy beer. Again, I don't actually even know if I've ever had this beer. Not sure. I might have had it in the tap room at some point, but I don't think so. So this is going to be new for me and you. I can never tell if you can see the color of this as well as I can. I'm holding it up to the light that's behind where you guys are, so it is really pretty. It's like a deep kind of orange, hazy, really, really pretty. Big, thick, foamy head on it that is not going anywhere. That's probably the oats make it hang around. And it's got immediately a familiar kind of aroma if you are a New England or a hazy or a juicy or whatever the hell we're calling them these days, IPA fan. Big citrusy hops. Definitely that fruit comes front and center. It's not that bitter kind of West Coast thing that for so long was the popular thing. Man, yeah, so the flavor doesn't lean as much into citrus as you would expect from that aroma. There is a little bit of like a like a dankiness to it, which Juggleoats, I guess it makes sense. That's a whole other story, but the beer is big and rounded. It doesn't have that bitter bite to it. You really want to kind of drink it. And at 6.3%, it's kind of on that borderline. So I wouldn't call it a session IPA by any stretch, but you put me in the right situation, I could session that one. So I'll take it. If you haven't been to Bircus, we should talk a little bit about what that place is. It is obviously a brewery and tap room, but then wrapped up with that is a circus, which doesn't, again, much like the beer, the two don't seem to make sense, but then as soon as you see it, it makes perfect sense. And as soon as you experience it, it makes perfect sense. You'll be sitting at the bar, and the lower part of the tap room is a big performance space, and they'll have bands playing, and while the bands are playing, there's people doing trapeze things. I don't know the names for it. It's cool though, man. It's constant like attention being pulled to different places and big, flashy, and it's really cool. And if you get down there on a night where there happens to not be people performing, you just find Paul, the owner. He's literally a clown, and he will balance something on his face for you, I'm sure. So it's not even a joke. 100% this guy is so much fun. So big shout out to Sean for making a killer beer, and for Paul for creating a killer brewery idea and space and making it come to life, and for this beer, which really, really good. And I want to say surprisingly good, because the name Oatmeal IPA, again, doesn't make sense, those two words together, but then as soon as you kind of figure it out, this is awesome. This is great. Really well done. Prost.